Hello! Welcome. It's been a little while since I played some Darkest Dungeon, but I'm in the mood. Yeah, so I want to get going on this. Big excitement right now is that I figured out how to make my mouse show where it's supposed to show all the time now. Also, this is happening. I tried to open this before I started the stream, you know, being a prepared streamer, and I uninstalled the game, reinstalled it. I keep getting this required DLC is missing. Continue. The only DLC I have installed is Musketeer. And so, anyway, sorry Musketeer, I guess. Like, I just want to play. It's just one class that I wasn't too excited about anyway. So, continuing on without DLC, I guess. I don't feel like messing with that, and I just want to play. So, rip. But yeah, so it would always happen after I transitioned off the screen that you would lose the mouse. Well, wait for it, guys. It is actually where I'm aiming now. Hello, it just took me 3 streams to get there. So it's been a little bit while. It's been a little bit since I played. I don't exactly remember what's going on. So it'll probably take me a little bit to get back in the swing of things here. So I think whatever I do first is probably going to be pretty like probably a fairly easy dungeon, I suspect, to start. All right, I was messing with her. Let's see what we got here. So one of the things I want to do today at some point is I do want to take out the Sonorous Prophet. Because that is the next boss I have available. But don't think I want to do that yet. I think I want to remember how to play. Check my team compositions, and then I'm gonna want to do this with a team of level 2s. So honestly, I might be there with some of these. Like if I go with like a traditional team. So let's say we went with like a Hellion with this dude, and yeah, I wish I had. Yeah, I guess I'm missing something good for the 3rd slot. I could go a 3rd or like a 4th slot. 4th slot here. Unequip all trinkets. Sort by class. Do I have the thing? So there is one with him. I guess I don't have it. There's one with him where you can do a thing where like he gets great really nice bonuses for being in the 4th position, but I don't have that right now. Still, it's not worth it. I could do like this and then 3rd position Vestal. That would probably work pretty well. I would just have to make sure that none of these are set up to bleed, because bleeding doesn't work great typically in the ruins. I'm missing any kind of poison with this team, I guess. This is just going to be a straight damage team, but that could definitely work. But I don't want to do that yet. I want to do something a little maybe easier, maybe not easier. But let's do something else. Let's maybe we'll get him up. We'll use him. I kind of wish I had another Arbalest. I got the one. Actually check and see back in town what's available here to recruit. I've got empty spaces. I don't think I need any more of these. Right, I've already got one. I only have the one Man-at-Arms. Maybe I do need another one. Anyway, not interested in any of them. They're all boring. Anyway, let's find it. Let's make a team. So he marks. I really don't have good people for like a low-level team, to be honest. All my decent people are up at level 2. Well, we want to level up people anyway from 2. So let's. Kind of want to use her, but I want to save her for the Sonorous Prophet. And I want more. I need more There we go. Up at the top. Oh, that's why they were on my team probably, so I could make something interesting with them. Okay, we'll do that. What was his deal? He was a second position dude. So I think I'll do this, and then I'll throw a Vestal in the back. That should be a relatively good team. He's just gonna do damage. He's just gonna do damage. He's gonna be poisoning. Yeah, I had him set up as a bleed, right? I wanted to try bleeding, and I was gonna do the Warrens because the Warrens is not great for poison, I think. Short room, not there's okay. So this is medium, and there isn't even a reward. Why would I do that? Okay, we can do that. That's pretty good actually, because I usually use the Grave Robber in concert with the Leg Doctor. Okay, so that was a lot of messing around. Let's do this or the Cove. We got anything good for the Cove? Well, those are pretty nice actually. But let's just do a nice short apprentice one. It's been a while. Let's remember how to play this game. Something like that. 8 torches should be fine. A couple of those. I guess I don't actually need those. Theoretically, I can heal. Let's get a couple of those. One of those. One of those. We'll call it. Oh, I didn't actually equip any trinkets on these guys. That was close. Okay. Let's start with you. I do like the camouflage cloak. Maybe the camouflage cloak, maybe bleed resist. There's not a lot of bleed here. It's mostly blight, right? Give you that. Actually, disease resist is pretty much a problem. Why is this speed -1? Do I have anything to give him speed? Why is speed so low? Minus, minus. Minus, minus. Minus. Well, if you're going to be slow, you might as well be slow with more HP. Make you a full tank. You are going to go... Oh, actually, no, that's what I like him to have. The heavy boots. Prot 20. Really nice. Resisting move. Also really nice. You... Okay, first of all... Stun skill chance? Sure. I think I've got him on bleed right now, right? So... Do I have anything to make bleed? Give you that, I guess. Vestal. Give you the cup. Give you maybe the minus stress. And it's been a while since I played. I don't actually remember like these. I don't remember what any of these are. We'll give you that, I guess. And maybe we'll give you this. You'll be my trapsman. Minus 10 speed on first round, but plus 10 scouting. Okay, so that's really good scouting chance. So we'll try that. It might be a bad idea, but we'll try it out. He's just going to be slow, but 45% scouting. It's pretty good. We'll try it out. Let's get playing. Let's play the game. Try not to die, but I have a strong feeling I might actually die here. I think Sonorous Prophet's the one with the... He's like at a church and there's all these pews in front of him. He's a huge pain in the ass. Alright. Oh, I'm so glad that it actually shows my mouse where it's supposed to be now. It's supposed to... It's kind of an important feature of the game, is knowing where I'm clicking. It's kind of all that I'm doing. So if you can't see what I'm clicking on, then what the hell's going on? Treasures hidden behind the web. Right, remember my hotkeys? Okay, let's remember how to play. Oh man, Cursed City. I gotta do this so his camouflage cloak works really well. Let's move you up. No, he's supposed to shuffle you forward. Alright, well, if we can stun them both, that's still good. Definitely gonna want to bolster here, because they're gonna get to go twice in a row, which is a bit of a problem. I guess I wasn't paying attention to his stress. That's a lot of stress already. That's a problem. Okay. They were both just stunned, so unlikely that they'll get stunned again. Let's buff you.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
I was like, you better resist. I set you up specifically to resist. Womp. Womp womp. What? What? Come on. This isn't gonna work great if I can't hit anybody. Of course, they don't seem to be able to hit me either, so I guess that's good. One more time. Come on, man. Seriously.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
You're fine. You don't need a bandage. What is happening right now? This is crazy. Can't hit. I actually have never missed this much. It's actually kind of nuts. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, I can't believe I brought him in with 69 stress. That was stupid. He's gonna be a problem.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Look at how many turns this has been. 6 turns for the first encounter against, like, not a hard party. Everybody's accuracy just must be garbage. Like, I mean, it's not special, but shouldn't be that bad. Nobody's got negative accuracy. I don't know, man. I don't know. Gotta go down this way. No, thank you. Shambler would be not the best with this team. Same squad. I didn't surprise him this time. Oh god. We're in trouble. Crit. Come on, man. Oh good, he can move forward too. That's good, at least.
Grievous
Crit!
injury.
Jeez.
Palpable
Oh,
fear.
he's done soon. Cure them both. Okay, I'm probably gonna jinx it, but at least they're doing stress on people other than just him.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
What do we want to do here? A few. No. Whew.
Press this advantage. Give
Okay.
them no quarter.
Nice, nice.
Pummeling.
Actually, that works out for the best because he's gonna do some stumbling scratch anyway. I might as well leave him back there because he'll hit, but he won't do much. Yeah, and then he gets critted on. That's actually better for me.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
All right, momentum, momentum.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
I'm really not happy with myself though that I let him go through with so much. Like that just makes this run. It makes this run so much more annoying than it needs to be for no reason. Oh well, this is why we do a practice. This is why we don't just hop straight into the sonorous prophet. I'm gonna say sonorous. I don't know if it's right or not, but it's what I'm saying.
Nature herself, a victim to the spreading corruption, malformed with misintent.
Probably don't need bolster here. I probably should have just attacked it.
The blood quickens.
Yeah, 89. We did it. Bounty Hunter works so much better if you compare him with the Houndmaster or the what do you call it? If you can pound him with the Houndmaster or the, what's the other one that marks with the shooty things? Arbalest. You can pair him with the Arbalest. Much better.
This expedition at least promises success.
Apparently I've already tried a whole bunch of stuff. Let's try bandages. Bandages! Alright.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Now it must be carried home. Okay. You're my trap dude. Sorry, I'm not home right now. I'm reaching in through spider webs. Treasures hidden behind the web.
A full pack often attracts unwanted attention.
I probably actually should have tried to do it with... That always backfires though, but I should have tried to do it with Plague Doctor. I'm gonna say he a bunch, but I'm actually pretty sure that's a she. Just really bad at remembering that. Haha! 2 for 2 on the guesses right now.
Reward for a task well performed.
Ooh yeah. Should probably be getting more scouting, though, if I'm being honest. There we go. I was wondering... I didn't think I'd get so lucky. Let's just get rid of you.
Precision and power.
These guys actually hit really hard. I should say they can if they don't miss, but yeah, they can hit really hard. Luckily he's set up pretty well with the cloak and get him bolstered. He got the high prot, so he's very tanky. One. No, I needed that to do 2. Ugh, this game sometimes. Actually, the stun was okay because he's dead. I should have actually just done... Oh yeah, okay, that wasn't too horribly played. I definitely misclicked and meant to hit him, but sure. that'll work.
A death by inches.
Accidentally played the game better than I meant to? Sure.
Seize this
Sounds
momentum.
good.
Push on to the task's end.
No, don't disease him. Rabies. What does rabies do again? It's not great. Minus 10 accuracy. Oh, God. He's already so bad.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
I should have done the 3rd place dude because she can only reach the 4th with her stun. That was kind of foolish. Right, that was dumb because even though he recovered quickly, he was definitely stunned, so I shouldn't have done that. That's unfortunate. try to make you be dead. You can do most of your stuff from here, eh? Let's get rid of you. No, come on. Or yeah, he's got rabies. Never mind. His accuracy's gonna be garbage. I should have just shifted him. Can't really rely on him to actually do anything now. No. So close to getting out of this without him being totally stressed. So close.
The walls close in. The shadows whisper of conspiracy.
Is he inflicted with horror? No, that's just his paranoia. Alright, well, with a bajillion guys here, might as well give him retribution. Hopefully he can actually counter some stuff. Maybe we'll buff him up because he's got retribution, so we'll give him the vapors. Hope that he actually gets targeted. Yeah, this team not great. Not a great team. They're all targeting this dude. Target him. Yes. Yes, more of this. Yes. Crush you. More. Become emboldened. Whoops, wrong one.
Back to the pit.
Damn it.
Executed with impunity.
Okay, we did it. Unfortunately made him paranoid, but we got through it.
Victory.
Turn to
But a
Hamlet.
victory nonetheless. Driving out corruption is an endless battle, but one that
Pretty good
must
money,
be fought.
actually. That wasn't too bad. He ended up paranoid, which is annoying, but, oh, the yips. Don't like the yips. We'll try to get rid of the yips right away.
The poor caretaker. Hyperia's long-standing duties here have affected him.
Who got the yips? You did, right? Let's get rid of that. Get rid of your rabies, because those are brutal. Rid of you. You're the only one who's left, and you're good. You're chilling. You need to get. You need to do something. No way. What is our thing? We'll never drink. We'll only visit the brothel. Do I have enough stuff to unlock a second brothel slot?
Strong
Yeah, there we
winds,
go.
chance,
Look at that. We know how to play the game. We're playing. We're doing stuff.
rush of life.
Okay. Do I feel comfortable enough with Sonorous Prophet then? If I take him off my team, what if we do like, actually I should, you know what, I should really de-stress him. Just get out of there. So we'll let him de-stress. I can do it with one of these two. I don't need him. So then, okay, let's see what we got here. Sonorous Prophet. What's the ring? Virtue Chance, sure. I've never really farmed for virtues before, but sure. So let's say we go with my boy Lors. Do I want the Hellion? Or do I want one of these other dudes? Probably want, like, the Hellion's great for damage. But I probably want him for the tanky aspect. And then I think we were going to go Arbalest. And you, right? That makes sense? Have something better? Not really. Like, he'd be nice if he was level 2, but he's all out of it right now. What's this? The Wizened Hag. The Wizened Hag. That's a tough one too. She's the one, she throws them all in the pot, right? Oh, that's a super annoying one. But this vial is super good. Love that vial. But no, we're gonna go for the profit here. Let's check all of our abilities. Yeah, you're fine. Kind of keep yourself alive. Open Vein's kind of useless because I don't expect to be bleeding a lot of stuff here. Maybe I'll change it for Wicked Slice because Open Vein's not going to be doing much for me here. Whoops. Okay, first of all, jack you up, and maybe we go Wicked Slice. So then, no, yes. And then I think I'm going to spend a whole bunch of money on blacksmith stuff to get these guys a little bit better. He's good. She's good. Okay, we're good. Do I want Rallying Flare actually instead of something else? Maybe we take Bola off and do Rallying Flare just in case I get stunned. Okay, blacksmith. Blacksmith needs an upgrade. Blacksmith needs an upgrade. Armor smithing.
In the end, every plan relies upon a strong arm and tempered steel.
It's cheap now, but this gets real expensive later. Alright, that should be a good team. I think. I think this seems okay. Actually... Okay, going back on what I just said. Usually the best way to kill these things is by stacking it with like Blight or something like that. I don't have Blight. I'm just gonna be doing damage. I think we're gonna go for it anyway because I didn't want to be a coward. But okay, what is this? Medium. I forgot to do stuff again. All right, leper plus 20 healing received. Minus 33 healing received. I don't want that. Why would I want this? Good damage and good speed. That's like overall worse, right? I think 20% healing's good, and then maybe we give him the cloak. You definitely want plus on range skills because the point blank shot is still technically a range skill. What are you? Plus 5% crit? It's pretty good, actually. Do that. Give you that, and maybe we'll make you the scout. I actually got some good grave robber stuff. Look at that. That's a good... That's really good. This plus that, that's actually a hell of a combo. I actually kind of want a stun stone to increase her odds of stuns. Right, congratulations, you're scouting. So her only move skill is Bola's, right? And I took that off, so she doesn't have a move skill anymore. Knockback 1. Plus 3 speed for blind fire. I want her to be able to heal. Everybody's kind of got a little bit of healing except for him. And I think that's a good thing. Okay. Do I have anything to like boost ranged attack? Crit, light resist, minus stress, plus damage. I don't want a minus 4 dodge though. I guess she's not probably gonna see too much action back there. Unresist, move skill. So much move skill. Okay, let's give her the damage stone. It's kind of risky. And then give that maybe? I guess. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so bad at this game. Oh no, did I didn't buy food and stuff. Oh no, I didn't buy food and stuff.
Arrived in the hamlet. This filthy, toothless
I think if I go back it costs costs stress too. Damn it. That's a stupid mistake.
I would soon unleash doom upon the world.
Yeah. It's gonna be an immediate runaway anyway.
The echoes of his mindless tittering reverberate maddeningly.
Yeah, the heroes will suffer the stress of defeat.
Ignorance of your enemy and of yourself will invariably lead to defeat.
All right, they got a little bit of stress. I think I'm gonna try it again.
The degeneracy of the hamlet is nothing, I fear. When
that's not much stress. It should be okay. That was super dumb though. Let's just get more. I'd rather be prepared here. I definitely need this time because I don't have a good way to get rid of it. Take some keys. I do not have a great feeling about this one. Very nervous.
Beneath the manor were well
I think somebody's gonna die.
When a particularly ragged indigent arrived in the hamlet. This filthy, toothless miscreant boasted an uncanny knowledge of my ambitions and prognosticated publicly.
So this one might be tough because of how I'm set up. Because I think he lives in the back and he like crashes stuff down on top of me and does a lot of damage, right? So it's good that I've got lots of heals. The leper's not going to be very useful at all. The Hellion might have been more useful because she can attack the back row. Okay, well, we're going to go this way.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Did these guys get like a little... Would they always have this color detail? Okay, solid resist.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
You know, I should actually give him stuff with dodge. If he's going to be... I'm trying to intentionally take hits with him.
Be gone, fiend.
Old leather-bound books.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
Okay. Sword dudes can do a lot of damage, so let's get him out of the way. Actually, let's just get both of them. Maybe we'll stun you. Oh. Shoot at me, why don't you? Wrong move.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms. Another one falls. Obliterated.
Okay. This team's doing much better than the last team.
As victories mount,
Much better.
so too will resistance.
Light. I don't think so. Actually came prepared for once. Ooh, these things can actually cause a lot of stress. Hopefully I can take them out fairly quickly.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter. Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Don't really have a front row attack with her, unfortunately.
Executed with impunity.
Alright. Guess they don't stress me out if I kill them right away. I'm pretty sure Grave Nibble inflicts stress, though. Or I thought it did. Cruising along. That's it. Give me the scouting. Keep on scouting.
The light, the promise of safety.
Ooh, man, these guys can be scary too. I'm lucky I'm surprising them as much as I am. These guys are a problem though, because of stuff like that.
Back to the pit. Their
Okay,
formation
that's not bad. I took 2 of them out.
Maintain the offensive.
Web's not bad because it just stuns, and I don't really need her. Oh, it marks too? I didn't realize Mark also, or Web also marked. That's super lucky. Super lucky. So that should cure her stun, right? Yeah, okay, I know what I'm doing. I'm doing stuff. Look at that. We did something on purpose. I think that's the first time I've actually used that spell to cure stun. What can go like that?
Overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Pack has already been looted. By whom? Ooh, big money.
The way is lit.
Okie doke, cruising along.
We require
You,
only the strength
Goblet
of
Man. Nobody likes you, Goblet Man. I don't have a great way to deal with him. I guess I can just shoot him, right? He's only got 10 HP. He's just hard to hit. Okay, that'll work.
impressive.
I should have actually used Judgment. Yes, yes. Or as one might say, yas. Little stress recovery. Just cruising along.
A trifling victory. But a victory nonetheless.
I think we leave that for now. Ooh. Bad gambler. I'm pretty sure this can... It'll probably just remove stress, but this can remove... No, not infected. That's not what I want. Never mind. Good things can happen from that. Oh, I forgot to do this before. You fool. Get riposted, son. No. I usually don't use Hugh. This is like... Hugh is crushing it right now. I don't really need... I was thinking about healing, but I don't really need to. Seems actually pretty slick.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Alright, do we think she can disarm a trap? Probably not. We're gonna go for it. Get that stress relief. Empty room.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of...
I can't believe how many
worldly
torches I've already used. I do want deeds. These can't stack, right? Alright, well, key's gone. Hopefully I won't need the key. Go here, we'll fight this, and then I think we'll camp there. Probably do the camping that like boosts everyone's like stats, right? I don't have a lot of healing to do.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Yeah. Oh shoot. No.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Well, maybe I'll need a little bit of stress relief. I forgot to switch their places ahead of time. It's all out of whack. Sweet. I guess I set him up for failure here. Oh, bro.
To body and brain.
This is the nice thing about her heal is that it actually boosts so if I take this out, I don't think he can do much from here, right? Bayonet jab. Okay. I was gonna try and stall and heal.
Success.
Okay, well I don't really need that anymore.
Merely a trick of the light.
I definitely need my last two torches. Don't think I need laudanum anymore. Disease resist, we'll just leave.
Circle in the dark. The battle
Big
may yet
eats.
be won.
Big stress relief. Bandit sense. Alright, what else we got here? Accuracy and crit. Lots of resist. Don't know if I need the resist, but I tempted to use that. What's she got? Sanctuary, healing, blah blah blah, encourage. Self only. So that would be 6. So I can't do all 3. So I think these 2 are probably more important for her. This one, this one. So she loses speed. That's okay. What have we got left? 2? Has anybody got a good one for 2? I might as well. Okay. I don't want to die, please.
Even the cold.
Why don't I have a shovel?
Bent on preventing passage.
Oh my god. Thought I had a shovel.
As the light gains purchase,
Alright.
spirits are lifted, and purpose
All
is made
right.
clear. The madman hides there, behind the pews, spouting his mind.
So as I recall, this does a lot of damage to me. So I need to get rid of these pews, I think, to kind of move him up.
Eradicated.
Oh no, I gotta deal with blight. It's a problem. 100% stun relief. 105 damage. It's only got 20 HP left. I think I only need to really remove this one, and then he's in good spot, and everybody should be able to hit him just fine. Except for the point blanks. The point blank shot is gonna miss. Oh, it's already gone? That's fast. I guess healing him was kind of stupid. I probably should have just held her.
Only the tide turns.
Because he's going to get hit with this. This blight is a problem, though. Because he's... Oh my god, he dodged it? Wow, that's super lucky. Alright, so I think that's all I want. Now you can chop. There's no sense in healing yourself, because you're not gonna... That doesn't matter. Stun resist is 100, so I might as well just heal him. And you're already marked, so... Half dead? And he's getting crits like crazy. Okay, you're gonna be Death's Door, but you didn't get prognosticated.
Facing the abyss.
So really just gotta get her off Death's Door. I actually totally didn't realize he did more damage against marked. Okay, just getting you off Death's Door. So he's one hit away. That's okay. This is still okay. Oh, the dodges. Let's go. Okay, this fight went really well. I don't know that it could have really gone much better.
In life, his claims to recognition were dubious at best. In death, they are ridiculous.
Ooh, I want both of those. Well, I don't need food anymore. I want you, I want you. I don't need you anymore. And I want you. Probably worth the 375. Yeah? Yeah. Alright. That went super well. Especially considering I accidentally started it too early. And I started it with a little bit of stress. It wasn't too bad. Alright. Cool. Lots of money. Got some stuff. Level 3. Gambler. Ugh, annoying. I might fix that right away. Starting to build up my level 3s though. Gonna be good to start doing level 3 quests soon.
Scrubbing can remove the stains of such fearsome piety.
New quirk witness. It's one thing I'm bad at noticing is that when they pick up quirks from doing when doing this kind of stuff. And like plus 6 speed, didn't notice that. I haven't found it to be too consequential. Maybe on harder difficulties it's a bigger deal, but okay, so sorry, I think we wanted to get rid of yeah, we can't have that. What do you got? No, that's fine. Could be worse. Yeah, okay, you're fine. You guys are fine. All right. Yeah, what do we got in Stagecoach? Cultists are fun. Always need more Vestals. We'll get you.
A sister of battle, pious and unrelenting.
You're all level 1. Sure, and welcome to the team.
Gold gleams like a dagger's point.
So I've got a decent level 3 team here with lores. Let's do some stress heal. Let's do some stress healing on you guys. He doesn't need to. You don't need to. But I got a fairly good level 3 team here with him, her, and her. So let's don't know if I want to do Wizened Hag yet. Ooh, Necromancer. Also giving me the Blasphemous Vial. This is really good for the Abomination, actually, if you want him to be like a transforming one. Wizened Hag. I don't remember a lot about her other than she puts people in a pot. And then you have to attack the pot. So I'm pretty sure if I'm fighting the Wizened Hag, I want a team that can do like pretty good physical damage, right? So I probably want her. We'll get him. Do I want you? You could kind of be a healer. I could rework you to be second position. Or third position, I mean. And then I wish I had a level 3 or level 2 Vestal is the only thing. I can bring along the level 1 Vestal, but yeah, we'll do it. But this is This is potentially a bad idea. Alright, what do you got? So you're set up for no bleed, which is good. I'm gonna do the same thing I did with the other one. Gonna give you Wicked Slice. As opposed to bleeding. And then you're good. So you can keep switching back and forth with the other dudes. That's good. Okay, you're not gonna be front two positions. Missile artillery. I don't know that the pot dodges, so he's not going to be great. Going to really be relying on the front two to do damage to the pot. So if one of them gets eaten, I pretty much got one of them doing damage to the pot. Sacrificial Stab does quite a bit of damage, though. That won't hit the pot. That's a heal. And then the pull. The minus 13% prot might be good. Maybe I do this. I really like the Daemon's Pull, honestly. But I think that might be more useful. And you're set up just fine. Iron Swan's tempting, actually. What do I want? Maybe we get rid of the Barbaric Yop and give her Iron Swan. And that's fine, because this is for... Yeah, okay, we're good. Alright, let's look at the stuff here. So, not doing bleed with her. I think I want him to do... So I still want that, but I think I'm going to give him the dodge cloak instead. I'm going to give her the plot and the move resist. And more move resist. Blight and bleed resist. Blight and bleed resist is probably good for her. Bleed resist is actually good on him. Actually, I want bleed resist on him because he's going to make himself bleed when he heals. Or actually, I can't remember if that's the person he's healing or if it's him himself, but regardless. Give him the bleed resist. Actually, no, I have to check that because if there's someone I'm expecting him to heal, bleed 70%. So, he's actually probably more likely to heal her, right? So I think my idea originally was actually better. So we'll give her bleed resist. We'll kind of spread the bleed resist around. Also, if there was like a minus bleed skill chance, that would actually be pretty sweet. Virtues for the Vestal, maybe. No, we'll give her that. You got bleed resist and blight resist, I guess, is good down here. I don't want to lose. I don't want to go -2 dodge though. He's already got wicked. I don't need to boost his thing, so I guess maybe we'll just use snake oil. Okay, well, we've got stuff. Actually, you know, instead of snake oil, we'll just increase the scouting chance. It makes things a lot easier. Okay, the only other thing I'm going to do is a little bit of shopping, I think. Boost them up. Probably should have made that a little cheaper before I bought it, but I'm not really a thinker. Okay, I think we're good here. Let's try not to die here. Back-to-back boss fights. Wield. Get the thing for the abomination. Let's do it. Medium. I'm just gonna go full double on these, man. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need all this stuff. Need it all. It's a lot of provisioning, but I need it.
I had collected many rare and elusive volumes on ancient herbal
All right.
properties.
Oh, I should have got a drink. I guess I still can. This is turn-based, but
My work was interrupted, however, by a singularly striking young woman who insisted on repeated calls to the house.
all right.
There is
Hopefully this team can do okay.
It bears a form both wretched and
This actually would have been a good one for the Arbalest, honestly. Ooh, where are you? Where are you, hag? I'm gonna assume down this way and not this way. But I really hope I don't have to come all the way back. At least I bought a bunch of extra food, if I do. I don't want rabies. No rabies, please.
press this advantage. Give them no quarter. Back to the pit.
Okay. Well, at least his team's hitting hard. Wham.
Executed with impunity. Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
I always forget I can just hit this default party order button. Okay. No thank you.
Be gone, fiend.
Man. Got too many AoE things going, I didn't do enough damage. She actually has adrenaline, so she can get... Assuming she gets another turn, she can get rid of that blight herself.
Another one falls. Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Do I want to let her go again, though? I really killed him. Alright, well, I do have for that reason. Moving on. Oh no. All right, so I'm gonna assume it's down here. Hopefully I get a scout in the next room. Scout. Okay. I want her to use Iron Swan, actually. Maybe we'll just... Okay, that actually worked out pretty well. Worked out pretty well.
Decimated.
Damn.
The light, the promise of safety. Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
I was hoping that would do like 2 or 3. Oh, doesn't matter.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
Okay. Yeah, so when I've done this in the past...
Foolish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
Okay, hold on. What do I want to get rid of? Probably don't need laudanum, I guess, based on how this has been going. Otherwise, I don't want to give all this stuff up. Maybe we'll get rid of some deeds. 500. We'll leave the rest. We'll leave the gold. Yeah, we'll leave the gold. Alright, so she is there. I could camp. I think I'll just leave it, and I'll try and kill the boss right away, because if I can get this boss fight done, then I can kind of backtrack through here and check all the other rooms, get the treasure. We'll try to do this. 0 stress right now, full health. It's a good time to try it.
Nature herself, a victim to the spreading corruption, malformed with misintent.
Alright. Let's try to do this. I don't exactly remember how it goes, but pretty sure she like throws people in the pot and then I have to hit the pot to get them back out. Yeah, and you have to hit it quite a bit, so that's why I wanted my team to be like a direct damage team. Oh. Can't hear me or the game? Really? That's weird. My OBS is showing like response. Are you sure you don't have audio? 100%? Okay, give me a sec here. Let me check something. Test. Son of a bee. Son of a bee sting. I can't hear myself. Okay, I can shut the stream down really quick. Yeah, okay. So I've actually had that happen before. It makes no sense, right? So I don't know if you use OBS or something else to stream, but like you have your audio mixer so you can see that the audio mixer is responding and like picking up the game sound and stuff. But that's really friggin' annoying because if that's the case, like I've been trying to do this series and then put it on YouTube just for like continuation's sake. And so now if I've got, what, an hour and a half of this thing on YouTube with no sound, that's a pretty big bummer, but whatever. Anyway, glad it's fixed. I appreciate you telling me. It's weird that it wasn't working. Anyway, I just have to click a couple more buttons here. Make sure things work how they're supposed to. I think we're good. Okay. Anyway, how you been doing, Doesn't? I seen you popped your head back into Worlds Collide for a little bit. It's good to see you back. All right. Doing all right? Right on. Good, good. Why did... Oh, yeah, he was in the pot. I was like, what the hell is he doing up there? He was in the pot. Okay, so we'll advance you. She actually doesn't have that much health. That's kind of surprising. Well, I should move him back, but he does pretty good damage, so we'll just stab with him, and then she can move herself forward with her charge thing. Or he'll just go back in the damn pot. Riposte. Oh, what a waste, man. What a waste. Now I can do point blank shot, which would have taken the whole thing out in one shot. I should have just focused all the attacks on the hag. Alright. Definitely need to heal him up. He should be able to heal himself though with his weird healing. Oh, never mind. We'll do that. I can't debuff that thing. Alright, this is not going amazing, but it could be going worse. Could be going worse. Ah, he did not need to get critted there. Heal him up a bit. My timing is off right now. She's down to 21 though. She's just about there. No, I don't want him in the pot. No. So one of the things I was hoping to do was actually have him be able to like debuff the pot, but it doesn't look like he has that ability. Like, so he's got this weakening curse, which actually it gives me, basically it'll make it so I could do more damage to this thing. Oh, now he's at death's door. Annoying. So we heal. Pot's immune to all debuffs and status. Yeah, it is for sure. I didn't know that going in. I've played this a bit before and I've watched it on stream, but I don't know the game super well or anything like that. So I kind of went into it thinking maybe I could debuff the pot as like a potential strategy, but he still does pretty decent damage with his sacrificial stab as it is when he hits. But this hag's dead anyway. 8 HP left. She's just about done. That actually works better because now I can use Swan. I'm just gonna DPS out. Alright, that wasn't too bad. No deaths. My strategy worked with a direct damage team. The first time I ever tried to do this on my other game, I didn't Like, I'm going into these relatively blind because I don't know what the fights are.
Insidious killer.
And I didn't realize that she would... I'm actually going to continue adventuring. But yeah, I didn't realize that I had like a plague bleed based teams. And so I was super struggling to hit the pot, and I ended up like losing 2 people or something like that. I ended up squeaking the fight out in that other game, but man, it was brutal. Yeah, they are. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't died yet. I haven't had any deaths yet, but this is obviously the level 1. I'm just at the point where I'm starting to build up a level 3 stable. This should give me quite a few more level 3s, which will be good. Stun, please. No, I don't want you to do stupid psycho. Alright, never mind. It worked out. Oh, I gave my keys away. Oh well.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying
that's too bad.
fall.
Maybe I'll camp. Ugh. You know what? Screw it. Let's just leave. I should explore more and get more stuff, but I've got a team right now, like, I've still got I got just over 10 grand there. I got some decent heirlooms. Get my stuff. Nobody's stressed out, so like they're basically free to go for the next fights. Let's just end it before something stupid happens. Spotted fever. Ah, I thought he was really gonna get it. Alright, well I should have some level 3s next time. And she just went up from 1 to 2, so that's good. Yeah, level 3 is where people start to die, and level 5 is where people are almost expected to die. I actually do have the Necromancer fight available. And I do have a team for it. I'm actually, maybe I'll just go for that now, just to get it out of the way. No, that's probably a stupid idea. I have level 3s, but I should really probably wait till I have level 4s to take that fight on. And I should level my 3s up on some of these other ones first. So maybe we'll do that. I haven't had any level 3 battles, I think, yet this game, so... do that. Everybody's good on... stress, which is good. Anybody interesting? Not really. I am going to need that, actually. Okay. I'm doing that lately, although I think level 3 is when the de-stealth stuff starts to actually potentially matter. I think I'm just going to leave it for now. I don't know how I want to build him, so we'll just do all those. How's my money? Still 30k? Lots of money, lots of money. Potentially, yeah, I know... Sometimes, like, I have those de-stealth things, but they end up de-stealthing themselves after not that much time anyway, so it doesn't really matter. At least not at this stage, not typically. So we'll throw all you on the bench. Let's go... So this is going to be my... okay, chill out, bro. So this will be my standard... Oops, not you. Yeah, the usual suspects. The regular, not creative at all, party build. I like to do the creativity stuff, but I like to maybe not mess with it until I'm already kind of comfortable. All right. Yeah, so let's do... What do you got? Okay, that's pretty sweet, because I generally keep my torch high. You are actually pretty useful for my arbalests. You're nice. The grave robber's already got some pretty good stuff, though. So I think I'll do this one. Yeah, there's 3 holy relics, and it gives me All Saints Day. Sure. All right. Vaguely remember not liking the standard build comp, actually. So the only it's not my favorite build. It's just of the level 3s I have available, it's pretty much... This is my choice. My favorite build is... I would actually prefer a man-at-arms here. Or what I like to do is have like a tank here, like a leper, and then actually use Grave Robber with the Plague Doctor together. Yeah, I know I can do it, but I've been intentionally not doubling up on the same class. All right, let's tank you up. Actually, no, I've been liking the Sun Cloak on, or Camouflage Cloak on him, because he's rocking the Riposte. We do that. Give you the boots, and probably the... Wasn't there something I have that incoming healing? Oh, that was just for the leper. Nothing fun for the Crusader. Womp womp. It's too bad. Sure. Well, no, you got lots of virtues already. You're good. Sure. Lead resist. Whoops. I don't have the really good Plague Doctor stuff. In my other game I played, I had the really, like, the super high Blight Chance Plague Doctor stuff. I don't have that yet. I see it's available from the Necromancer level 3 fight, but I don't feel like going into that right now. So I think we'll just give you... You also don't really need virtues. So we'll just do that. So the trap disarm chance is actually handy just as like a de-stress mechanism, right? Necromancer is one of the nastier bosses, if you recall. Yeah, it can be. He's the one who... He'll like summon 3 ghosts in between them. Yeah, because they have the goblet dudes and they have the cultists that hit you. So yeah, ruins can be terrifying. The Plague Doctors are really good in the ruins, I find, because of the blight. Blight's really strong in there because everything is often like skeletons and stuff. All right, this is not a super ideal team, but this is a good enough team. This is medium. I'm just gonna bring lots of torches and lots of food, I think. Especially because it's one of these find the relics ones. And I find those ones can be a bit of a runaround. Plague Doctor's nice for the heals. Definitely want some laudanum. Get some keys, get some of this. I think I'm good on bandages though, because I'll just rely on him. Let me just double check my abilities here. Okay, yes, yes. We're going full plague. Okay, we're good. We're good. Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're all kind of scary in their own way, but from a stress point of view, the ruins are the worst.
Collect the scattered scraps of faith and give comfort to the masses.
Okay, well, this is going to be annoying, but I'm going to go all the way down here because I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to check it anyway. So I'll go all the way down here and then I'll have to backtrack and up and over and this way and up. The problem though is these things can be in the hallways. See, quest location. So I know one is there, so I have to do that one. Don't have to worry about that hallway though. Luckily I've got the scouting, so it should be relatively fine. Oh, good. I'm already fighting the ghoul. That's fast. These things are brutal. And they resist the blight already. Well, we're off to a great start.
Cleansed from our lands.
That was a long shot.
The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Beauty, beauty.
A powerful blow.
I think it's like 6 damage per turn. Yeah, his blight, and then it stacks. Like, his blight is so crazy. He's really good, though, if you can get the Grave Robber, because she gets a bunch of boons against Blighted, and she can also do some blighting with really high chance of hitting. So I actually really like having them paired together. Yeah, we'll just keep doing damage.
Their cursed champion falls.
Okay, not too bad. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this party comp. It's kind of boring, I find. Like, it's very formulaic, but
Lovingly admired.
but you got to do what you got to do to get through the dungeon, right? It's very defensive. Yeah, yes and no. Like, I think it's a good mix, personally. I think I think I like it somewhat because it's got the potential to be defensive and offensive, right? So his whole duelist advance point blank shot thing is crazy damage, and then the pistol shot can reach, doesn't do great damage, but it can at least reach multiple spots. His main role is the tank, so I can bulwark him if I really think he's going to be taking hits. Yeah, it's balanced. It's definitely not like a fun... Oh, okay, there is one here, so I feel good about that. If I get a... Yeah. Yeah, it's not particularly exciting. Yes, that is a very true statement. I like making ones that have good synergies. While this comp is like competent, there's basically no synergies on this team. They just kind of are what they are. Who do I want to... 5 to 10 damage. Might as well... Oh. Sure.
Obliterated.
I didn't have to stun him, right? That's gonna kill him anyway. I just needed to do damage. Alright, point blank shot the corpse. Alright, you're dead next turn no matter what, so we'll focus on old Axie McShields here. Yeah, he carries. I find him kind of boring, though. I don't actually like the Crusader very much. Alright, you are dead.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms. Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
I did too much prep. I don't need you. Take you, though. Holy Relic.
If only treasure could stop.
Don't need you either. I have to check it. Right? I have to check it. What if? What if it is here? It's unscouted.
A fortune waiting to be spent.
Strong generalist. Yeah, he's a great lead to this boring nothing party. That's competent but boring. Oh, stealth dude. Yeah, I get it. His biggest weakness is just his inability to basically his inability to attack anybody that's not in the front two rows. I've definitely had some teams that I thought were really cool, and then all of a sudden you realize you can only do damage to the front two people, and you spend your whole time like clearing corpses and stuff. These guys with the swords can be like, that only did 5, so it wasn't too bad, but they can be really annoying. 15, 10.
The slow death, unforeseen.
That's what Holy Lance is for, if you recall. I think it moves him up, right? I'd have to check his abilities. I think Holy Lance maybe attacks the 3rd position. I honestly can't remember.
Give them no quarter.
Yeah, yeah. So that, like, sure, you can do that. I guess what I'm saying is, like, it's pretty inconvenient, right? To have to move him to 3rd position just to hit somebody in the back. I mean, the people... Yeah. Alright, you're dead, and you're almost dead.
A momentary abatement.
Oh yeah, okay. I did count that out, right?
On its own.
I don't remember if I did or not. Stop. No, we're just gonna leave it. Leave it for now. Long trek back. Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. If I'm in a dungeon where I'm worried about position issues, I'll definitely start stacking up my team with basically positional stuff to move myself around. Absolutely. I'm not... This particular party isn't really in that need right now. So, I think we're okay.
Their formation is
And that's why I don't really worry about the stealth guys too much.
a momentary abatement.
Oh, I could have used a crit there. 11. If I can get one more hit on him. Yeah, I was hoping to go before he went. Alright, I took some damage there, but that wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad.
But a victory nonetheless.
Yeah, we're at Holy Lance right there. Forward 1, in the back 2. Good damage versus Unholy. I hate backtracking in this. It's gonna make me eat food any second now, I think. Right. Go this way. Yeah. A little bit concerned about my Highwayman's health. Little bit. Should be fine. Alright. What does Weapon Tinker do? Oh, sweet.
The light, the promise of safety.
Oh, I hate these gargoyles. These gargoyles are another reason why it's good to have blight, basically. Because this one's already dead. 2 turns, he's dead. Alright, that cultist needs to get hit once. I gotta do something about his stress. I've got the Vestal though. I didn't actually check my camping skills. I kind of forgot. So I'll have to see what his camping situation's like. That's annoying. That's my own fault. I shouldn't have healed him with the Vestal. I should have taken that out a turn ago.
Precision and power. Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken. Decimated.
There we go. Set myself up for the crit. Stress relief.
As victories mount, so too.
I'm already super low on torches here, right? Like, man. Oh, we'll just use it.
The match is struck. A blazing
I would like
star
these,
is
but
born.
I guess I could just drop these. Whatever. Oh, this is a very profitable, you know what? Too much money to not take it. This will be a money one, not a not an heirlooms one. But yeah, I'm with you. I like the I get what you're saying with the Holy Lance thing. I just, is that it right there? No, Curio, treasure, curio, just making sure I didn't miss it. I just don't think, like, this is not a situation where I really need to worry about it. Wondering if I should have camped.
Packs laden with loot.
Maybe after this fight I'll camp and try and deal with some of the stress. 6 torches left. Goblet Man! I hate the Goblet Man. Alright, that'll work. Maybe I'll try to do the same thing to him. Never mind. I'm gonna be a dick like that. Actually, I can stun him and get rid of that, right? Whoa! Blockception here. So, okay, so you can't chain blocks like guards like that, so he's just unguarded now. Okay. Sure. Thanks, game. Make my life easier. Damn. So the other way to make this game kind of easy is just if you can spam stuns. Especially if you have like... So when I'm pretty sure that was my offense the last time I tried to fight the Wizentag, was I basically had a stun-based plague offense. Yeah, especially if you can get the trinkets to boost it. That's probably the lowest damage I've ever done with point blank shot. But yeah, if you can get the trinkets to boost it so it's nearly 100% chance, like when you have things that are really high resist and you still just take them out no problem.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
What do I want for sarcophagus? Don't remember. Laudanum? Well, whatever. We'll just open it. Right, I was gonna camp. Oh, I got rid of my, just gonna ignore it. I don't feel like getting stressed out again. Alright, after this fight, I'll camp. Should have camped before this fight, though, really. Yeah, look at this. Oh, he's... I hate these guys so much. Yeah. Yeah.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted.
Their dodge is so high. Oh god, I should have camped. Stupid game. I was half expecting him to just get critted there.
A singular strike.
Crit! There it goes. 100. Come on, man. This friggin' game. Yes! What a champ. What an absolute god. Probably an absolute god who needs to get healed, though. Let's try this again. Ugh. Okay. Sick. Okay, I have laudanum, so we're okay. Perfect. So I didn't realize that actually, I've noticed that a bunch, but if you riposte and get the kill on someone who does a stress attack on you, it doesn't apply the stress. I did not know that that was a mechanic before. Alright, well now you're dead, because you're going to take that for 2 turns. So now we can heal you. Alright. Now we heal up.
expected.
Beauty. I already have one of those.
At least promises success.
I like to take those sometimes because they can sell for money, but I really wish I could just use this right now. What don't I need? Curio. I don't want to throw all my shovels away quite yet. I think I'm just gonna have to leave all this crap on the ground. Yeah.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
I should have camped and then used it.
Huddled together, furtive and vulnerable, rats in a maze.
Prevent nighttime ambush. I'll do that with you instead. This is the stress relief crew, I guess. Plus 33% healing received. We'll do that. Just do more stress relief. I don't know, this is kind of a wasted camp. I don't really need it. But yeah, I should have camped and then used the key. I would have had more room. I'm all rattled now because of what you said, and I didn't have sound for the first bunch of my stream, and I'm pissed. I'm so mad about that. All right. One little baby goblet man. What's he gonna do? Well, that, I guess.
Destroyed. Eradicated.
Yeah. Do you know it's acid? Is that, you know, is that canon? Or is it just some, like, really bad, like, it's just tastes so bad that you're just demoralized? You're like, wow, this party sucks. Yeah,
Be wary.
that's fair.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Ooh. Definitely don't need that. Pretty confident that there's no shovel required stuff anymore. I guess I could have also used the last of my torches, and then I would have had an open slot for that too. No fight. GG.
Handsome reward
All right, that was pretty easy.
for a task well performed.
That was pretty easy. Boring party though.
The abbot
Boring
will be
party.
grateful.
Sunring though,
Trappings
that's
of
nice.
his
Minus
faith
20
being
stress.
restored.
Got tons of cash. Almost 20 grand. Still did okay on heirlooms. Randomly getting diseases is annoying. He definitely needs to get rid of Lazy Eye. Placed Warren's Explorer. I liked Warren's Explorer. Alright, he needs to get rid of Lazy Eye, and I need to not forget to make him get rid of Lazy Eye.
Take advantage of this
All Saints Day.
charity.
Kind of forgot that that was a thing.
Not last.
You need to get rid of Lazy Eye. Yes. Let's get rid of that. Otherwise, I'm pretty good on stress, right? Yeah. Which is great, because I'm an All Saints Day, so it's like the best time, because everything's free. I need more Plague Doctors for sure. Who's getting the boot? Who's getting the boot? Probably you. I don't think I need more Vestals. See you later.
The task ahead is
Always
terrible.
need more plague doctors, though. Love me
Weakness
some plague
cannot
doctors.
be tolerated.
Bounty hunters can be fun, but we'll leave that for now. What else is free? Oyster is free. Okay. Kind of wish you could do this in a different order. Just like, I always find I'm going back and forth between the screens. What's this? Bleed skill chance. I don't often make a bleed plague doctor, but that's actually pretty cool. I really like that, actually. Wow. Do I have enough level 3s to just go for that right away? I don't think so, because 2 of them are getting... I could try it with a level 2, but I think I'm just gonna not. I'll just have to accept that I'll get it some other time. Dodge for a cultist. Bloodthirst ring. No? It's not really good. Like, food is not really such a big problem that I would want that. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, 30% debuff chance is not bad if you've got someone who's leaning on that. So we'll do this one, I guess. All right, we'll try to do the party comp with these two. Who's going to be tanky in the front? Maybe you? Maybe we'll do like a stressful tanky situation. And we'll try to level up another Vestal a little bit. Back. All right. First time I played this, I never had any money. This is pretty much... Okay, I'm gonna buy all these. So usually with her, I don't have pick. I will have flashing daggers. But that's usually just to hit. I'm not going to be bleeding here with this team. I don't need that. Maybe I should go bleed, though. Because Plague's not going to be super useful here. Like letting her cure herself. Damage versus Blighted is nice. We'll do that, maybe. Lunge would be... Maybe we'll do lunge over thrown dagger. No, I don't have anybody intentionally changing positions, though, so it should be fine. We'll just unlock them all. Holding Vapors is good, but I'm too addicted to this comp. The only thing I could switch Disorienting Blast with it, but Stun's too strong. She's already set up properly, and he just gets all what he gets. So let's do this now. If we're going to make him a transformation guy, I got this nice, nifty restraining padlock. This one's great if he's second position. If he's a second position, that is killer right there. And sure, let's give him a chance for some virtues. You are going to use these because these are pretty sick. 20% damage versus blighted, which things are going to be blighted, and then yeah, that's excellent. You get stun skill chance, and I guess I don't have anybody with the camouflage cloak on, do I? Maybe I'll give him the camouflage cloak, actually. I'll give him the virtue chance. And then she will have this, and I don't know. Scouting chance? Scouting chance. Should be good enough. Probably won't die a horrible death. I was gonna do Warrens. Pretty sure Warrens is pretty bad with a plague-based offense. Maybe I'll just do Cove and get something for an occultist. Short. I don't want to do a short one. Ugh, but these worry stones are crap. Whatever. Whatever. We haven't done Cove in a little while. Path to the boss. We're mostly just doing this to... What is this, medium? Mostly just doing this to level people up. To give my level 3s a chance to de-stress. I don't need that. Sure. Yeah, Warren's is definitely the bleed place. And then what's the other one? The Weald. Weald is also not great for blight. Ruins and Cove are good for blight, but yeah, the other two not so much. 90% of the rooms. What kind of a layout did you give me? Ugh, what an asshole layout. Look at this dungeon. What is the best way to do this? Go down here. I guess clear this I'll leave this, maybe leave this room behind. Yeah. Anyway, might as well just get into it. Wow, that's quite the starting comp right there. Oh, I did not mean to leave Shadow Fade on her. We're gonna change that after this. Instant horror, nice.
The abyss returns even the boldest gaze.
She, should I have not brought her here? No, she's fine. Why did she get 9 stress from that? No, I know it scares them, but I thought 9 was high for stress for her to get that. That's why I was checking to see if she had something that made her get additional stress. So it's the extra 10% stress.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
It's actually relatively neutral with the thing he's got on it. Right, what is he? 6 per round.
Continually on.
Well, you're dead.
Destroy them all.
No, what is with these blight resists? He's 10. 10% chance. Resists. What is this guy with the resists? Ah. Alright, well apparently this is the round where everybody resists and dodges everything, so I guess that's fair.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Oh yeah, I was gonna show something, but...
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Don't hit. Oh, that's not too bad.
Their formation is
But with him having that lock, it's what? Minus 40% inflicted, and then minus 40% on himself on the transformation. That's why I was surprised she got 9. It seemed high.
packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
This is actually gonna be kind of a rough one though with this layout. This is pretty bad.
Mechanical hazards possessed by evil intent.
Alright, well, let's go do this backtracking nightmare.
A fortune waiting.
I don't think those journal pages do anything, right? I tend to leave them because I don't think there's a benefit there. They're just for flavor, which I'm good. No flavor required, thanks. Didn't realize I could critically transform. I think that's the first time that's actually ever happened to me. Wow. There we go. Stuff actually hitting. That's nice. So he's dead next turn, which is good. We'll just keep buffing your damage because you're doing really well right now. A little more. Max damage, 7. I would love for him to, yeah, okay, good. I wanted to do a transform, and I wanted to do a little heal on you. Alright, now everybody's dead, and I'll just do the heals, whatever heals I can get. Which might be 0. Okay. What was that? Minus 50% healing skills, but 10%. That's okay. Not bad. I run him with heals, my Crusader with heals usually, but I don't have to. Sure.
A food often attracts unwanted attention.
I really actually don't need this extra shovel. I don't need these bandages. Alright, this party comp's not too bad so far. Yes, thank you for the scouting. Alright, one more fight in all these rooms is not bad. It's gonna eat up a lot of food to go through these and then backtrack, but one more fight's not bad. Come on, man, get stressed. Not quite. 1 HP off. 1 HP off. Oh, you dodged it. Okay, sweet.
use the weapon that cuts on its own.
Inefficient leaving these people at 1. It makes me sad. I probably could have healed there. You're dead now.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken. Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood.
I guess I don't need this, right? I generally don't need that. I was thinking about getting rid of that extra food, but with all this backtracking and extra moving around, I feel like I'm already going to be short on food. What? Disarm that. Come on.
Carelessness will find no clemency in this place.
Plus 15 stress until camp. May camp soon? I kind of want to get all the way up to here before I camp. It's a little bit early. I usually like to camp near the end, but I should really get their stress in check. Oh my god, I got 1,000,000 messages. Okay, I was actually expecting to end up having a fight or something like that along the way, so I think we'll camp now. We'll try to get rid of some of this stress.
Huddled together.
I would love to do this. And then I have 5 food left, so only 1 more feed. I think I gotta do 3. I have to. And then that gives me 2 more 4s. Not really the stress removal party here. She can't do it for herself. We'll just do this for protection from the nighttime ambush, and then what have I got left? 3? I guess we just... the best we can do is give her this buff. Alright, that's not ideal. She's like way more jacked up and stressed than I'd like her to be, considering I can skip this room because it's only 90, so we'll just bust through these next 4 rooms.
Another mariner, another misfortune.
Hopefully we can be okay. Oh, so much for not wanting shovels.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
I should have used my torch. Ooh, I hate these thralls. Okay. It's a little bit annoying. That's also a little bit annoying. Buffer dodge a little bit. I want to get him, but I need to knock this dude out first. So in the meantime... Okay. Now I can go for him. You're dead already. So... I think we'll go stun. I was thinking about going flag grenade, but we'll stun instead. Because now I've got basically a full turn of attacks on you. No, come on, man. Two damage, 3 HP. Okay. Well, now we just focus fire on you, Mr. Annoying Octopus Man. Seven, 8. I gotta hit him once more. There. Okay, you're dead. Try and get some heals going. I really wanted her to go.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Okay. I'm kind of nervous to use my shovel again already, but we'll use it. We're hoping for the best here. We're hoping for one more, only one more shovel barrier, tops, which is, I don't know, it's kind of a coin flip. No.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Okay, well, we're definitely not going up there. I actually do like putting him in the second position sometimes, and instead of having like the Grave Robber, I'll pair the I'll pair the Plague Doctor with the Abomination in the second position, doing the stuns and the plagues with the there's the plus 20% stun and the plus 20% blight chance, and that can actually be fairly strong as well as a composition. Alright, that did 4, and then... Oh, are you resisting everything? Well, you're dead now. Oh, man, 7. Yikes. Oh no, Death's Door. Mortality debuff. Just in case he goes next. I was really worried he would go and attack her there. I wanted to blight him instead, but I figured it was a little more important. A little more important to maybe not lose my Gravedigger. Or Gravedigger? I forget what she's even called. There you go. Enjoy your stumbling scratch. Grave robber, not grave digger.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Do we risk it? Laudanum? Hope that we don't get hit with a horror.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Alright, 2 more. No! What?
Cruel
No!
machinations bring to life
20
with a
stress!
singular purpose.
That sucks, man. That absolutely sucks.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Come on, no whammies. No shovels, please. Oh, sweet. Alright, one more fight and a thing. I think we're going to continue adventuring. Hopefully we don't kill her. Fingers crossed. But we're going to go for it. I should have minus 20 dodge. What is that from? Wow, this is actually going to be a lot of damage to her. Uh-oh. Whoops. That was an error.
Walls close in.
That was an error.
The shadows whisper of conspiracy.
Okay. Only one blanket fire, so they're both already dead. And then I'll take one hit from him, which hopefully doesn't kill her. Whew. Big dodge. Damage. Let me heal you, you idiot.
Weakened.
Kind of forgot, I guess, about this person over here that probably could have used a big heal there. Whoops. Just gonna chalk that one up to whoops.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow
And insidious killer. Will you let me eat the rest of my food? One more torch. I think I want a shovel to open that too. Go ahead, stress her out.
The light.
Oh, I forgot to reorder the team.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
That's a problem.
The will to fight falters.
That was a solid time for a crit. I still don't know why she has 20 dodge. Maybe I should see if I can remove her. Remove that debuff with this mash. Whoa! Let's go. Oh, thank God they didn't both attack her. Alright, well that'll make things better. I guess I wasn't paying enough attention. I don't know what caused that debuff in the first place, but that's why she was getting her ass kicked so bad. It's a lot of stress, but she'll be fine.
A momentary abatement.
That's what I wanted to do anyway, game, so joke's on you. Alright, that didn't go too bad, right? I'm pretty sure a shovel would have been good. Doesn't matter. Alright. Sweet. Let's get the hell out of here.
Despite its morbid aspect, this twisted, cavernous maze seems...
So money, not great on the heirlooms. And, yeah. Only 3 resolve XP. That's not great, honestly. Lots of... I hate all of those, actually. Those are all bad. Ooh, free armor upgrade. Well, maybe we see if we can upgrade the armorsmith then. Okay, so she needs to chill out big time. She's probably gonna run away from getting too hammered. And everybody else needs to... Maybe I should see if I can unlock anything else. No. Treatment library level 3. I'm not gonna have enough to get up there anyway, so might as well not tease myself with it. Yeah, we'll get rid of Torn Rotator in case I do like them in a bleed configuration sometimes. Lazy Eye though is gotta go. These guys gotta go. You're stressed. Maybe we de-stress you too. Laud release. Obsessed with killing. Say a prayer. There's my whole team. Welcome back from the welcome back from the cove. Alright. Free. Oh, it was only one free one? I should have paid more attention. Probably should have. I thought it was just the armorsmith was free today. Do I want to do a level 3? I'm pretty well set up for it. Let's see what the trinkets are like. I'll let the trinkets decide. No, I don't like the berserk charms too much. That would be nice. 40% blight skill chance for my plague doctor. I super want that. Of course, it's a level 3 cove, but I super want that. Plus 25 damage in position 1. It's pretty good. Damage versus Eldritch, but minus 8 dodge. I think I gotta go back to the cove. I think it's the play. I've got to do this one. It's only a short. That's that kind of blight skill chance, I can't pass that up. Plus, I do want my level 3s to get to level 4 so I can actually be less terrified to go against a boss fight. So I think we've just got to do another boring ass party comp. Let's just see what these are. Occultist. I already have that. Whoa, I can get the same thing. Okay, hold on. You're all gone. I can get the same thing from this level 1. Oh, I have to kill the Siren. Finally leveled the Cove up. I didn't even notice. Shoot. That's a tough decision, actually. I'm gonna go to the Warrens because I just did the Cove. Let's try to level up some scrubs here to increase my level 3 bracket. Okay, you're fun. I was actually struggling to figure out how to use the Antiquarian. And I think I figured it out in that basically your job is to make your whole team super dodge resistant. I think that's basically what your purpose is. Everything else kind of sucks. Like 11% bleed resist and 1 to 2 heal. Not really great. Boost your dodge like crazy, and then you can use this blight, but this is only +2 blight per round. Yeah, they are kind of bad. I was trying to use them. This basically stacking invigorating vapors though can be really good unless you're fighting something that has like 100% hit chance no matter what. You basically stack this every turn, and then you can do a protect me type thing, and you can actually basically create this super dodgy like, yeah, so it can be okay, but yeah, they're kind of weird. Let's go somewhat normal here, and then do I have another Vestal that's ready to go? Guess I'll take you. Alright, so this is kind of a boring party comp. Well, it's not too bad. I'll have to check their skills. And I can make people bleed here, right? So I'm gonna go, you're gonna be a bleedy. You're gonna be a bleedy girl. We're gonna change your skills up to be all bleedy. We're gonna make you a bleedy guy again. I'll go with this, and maybe we'll go with that. Occultist guy. Actually, no, sorry. I do like the camouflage cloak on him. Cultists. Don't have any fun toys for you yet. So I'll give you bleed resist because you might have to heal yourself. Yeah, no fun occultist toys yet. Okay, I gotta look at their skills though. She is not set up for bleeds. I do like having the ability to cure yourself. But breakthrough's kind of important when you've got him, if you need to rearrange her, but I think I'm just gonna... I think I'm gonna go... Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know if it's a good idea. Man, she should really... I should really get rid of some of her crap. She's in pretty rough shape. We'll make you able to make bleed again. What do you got? Vulnerability hex marks. Stun. Like pull. I think we'll leave him like that. So these two will be the bleeds. Unless there's somebody else I could put in position to bleed. I could go, actually, I could get rid of him. And I could go... I could try to bring you up, and you can be in your bleed config. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. Uh, no. Yeah, I like this better. Now I'm just full into the bleeds. Do I still have a stun skill with him? I do. He can do the healing now, so actually I'll get rid of this. Because he can heal the bleeds if he needs to. And he needs some, I think he needs some virtues. Bro, you need some virtues, bud. Okay, I think that's a decent party comp, and then we'll get this, which is, oh, that's so nice for Plague Doctor, plus 40%. Like your blights just hit all the time. Let's get extra food. I feel like I've been close on food lately, and torches. Let's just get extras. I'm actually going to max out on these because I might use them to get rid of her debuffs. I haven't been doing that as much, but... okay. Let's go for it. I also need to unlock the swine. I've got a bunch of boss fights to fight here. But yeah, I don't know. Antiquarian is kind of bad. I've been trying to figure out how to use her. And I think, like I said, basically is like just there to jack up the dodge, and that's the only value I really see. This is just a short one, right? Short ones can be scary without the camp to, like, save you. And then you get diseased from those stupid pig things.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Blight is so much more powerful than Bleed, though. Like, you can still stack them, they're still good, but man, Blight is better. I guess the benefit of Bleed is usually the base skill does more damage, whereas Blight, like when you're playing Blight, you're doing no damage, and then you're just relying on the damage over time. Whereas with Bleed, usually whatever you're doing to inflict the bleed has some, like it's some damage, which is nice. Ooh, plus 10 damage range skills. Hells yeah. That's pretty nice for his point blank shot. Why was I just pinged on Discord? Oh. Yeah, marathon run coming up soon. These are attached to better attacks. Yeah, it's more middle ground, right? Like on pure tanks with high prot, you're gonna do better with blights than bleeds, but
packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
okay. Oh, well, brought extra torches. It's all good. Pigs, I hate these things, making me all diseased all the time. And these stupid drummers make me sad. I think I want to get you up front. was hoping for a better shift than that. Oh, sick.
A faint hope blossoms. Dazed, reeling, about to break.
What is her debuff? Stress, that's fine.
A powerful blow.
Man, Plague Doctor is just the best.
Their formation is broken.
Plague Doctor is, I've been asked that a couple times. Plague Doctor is by far my favorite character in this game. Just so strong.
As victories mount,
Do I want another health stone? I don't think I do. I have so many of those already. I don't know what is supposed to happen with this thing, actually. What was the buff? Ooh, until camp, so that's sweet. That's for the rest. I think it's bandages for this, right? I don't have any bandages, so just leave it. I walked right into that trap. I even knew it was there. Alright, well overall, so far I would say I probably could have just gone with my regular Blight team here, but it's okay. Still doing pretty well. He's too good with this cloak. 15 dodge is way too powerful, man. Way too powerful. I do enjoy when you get back and forth with him and like a Man-at-Arms and you get them both shifting positions constantly and both having the riposte and retribution. That's a nice synergy. I really do like that. Okay.
success so clearly in view.
Gotta build up the stable of better characters. These level 1, tier 1 dungeons or whatever are kind of boring. Mostly just farming the ooh. Well, these are the guys why I didn't bring Blight.
Eradicated.
Resist that shit. No, they actually resist quite a bit of bleed too, actually. But they're weak, right? You just hit them.
Decimated.
Whew.
Destroyed.
Oof. Man.
Foolish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud. If only treasure could staunch the flow of
Okay.
otherworldly corruption.
Dick move. Also a dick move. Come on, guys. You have no stress. Stop being dicks. No, let me use the stuff on it. I just threw away my anti-venom too. And I can't use your skills. Oh, here we go. No, not vomit. Do not disease me. I deserve that. I didn't do anything to kill him. I deserve the disease if I get it.
A momentary abatement.
I think I'm gonna clear the corpses here with the Plague Doctor if I get the chance. Ooh.
This expedition at least promises success.
More portraits. Was this a medium? I could have camped? Maybe I'll just not camp. I don't think I need to. I'm doing fine. Maybe we'll just not camp. Didn't even realize this was a medium. Get wrecked. Oh, I should have charged forward. It would have killed this one and damaged that one.
Executed with impunity. Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Just leave him. Did you notice how I didn't eat any food here, this one? Alright, well, this has got to be a fight then, and then that's it. Honestly, these books have treated me pretty well. I think one of them was a bad trait and the rest of them were good. Oh no, default order. No. Oh, get wrecked. Also get wrecked. Everyone get wrecked.
The ground quakes.
Don't really need the riposte if I'm just doing crazy damage here. No! The last battle I finally took a disease. Clear you out. We will... Thought I could... Medicinal herbs to get rid of the debuff.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task and
Alright, sweet. What do we got? 10 to 6? Might try to get another boss fight in before I call it for the next little bit. Couple level 3s now. Oh yeah. Look at that. That was a solid one. I got a good item, good virtues. Hells yeah. Hells yeah. Medical ward is free.
Is working, and the side effects are manageable.
Look at that. That's good stuff. That was my only disease, right? Alright, so that's a decent level 3 stable I've got then now. So I've got the Swine Prince for Martyr Seal. That's like... So that's neat and all, but like, I'm not sure what is the actual strategy where you're like, yeah, I comfortably am going to keep a character at death's door intentionally to make use of this. So like, you know, cool thing, but I don't understand how to actually use that. Sun Ring. Alright. Cove. Occultist only. Oh, I like that Cauldron. That's fun. Kill the Siren. I don't actually know if I fought the Siren. I don't know what the Siren's about. And then the Necromancer's tough. I only have one Jester and he ran away. I don't even know if I still have him, actually. He might have, like, just fully bailed. Oh, there he is. Siren is awful? Cool. Well, let's sacrifice some level 2s. We got a whole bunch of level 2s here to sacrifice. So, I'm gonna build a team that can heal itself, I think, is what I'm gonna do. Sometimes I like to do this. So these all have fairly good self-heals. I'm thinking about maybe him as well. Actually, probably this dude. Actually, no. Where's my Houndmaster? Yeah, let's get the Houndmaster in. Because he can mark. I like having them play off each other with the marks. Because he can mark and then she can hit with this. This is clearing the stuns. Bullets are good, but okay, I think I'll go with that. I like basically, so this is like everyone can heal at least themselves. Right? These two can heal themselves. You can go withstand. Cry Havoc's kind of a waste though, right? Stress -2, a 66% chance of stress -2. Oh wow. Like how is that even an ability? Guard allies a maybe, but I think we'll go with the stun. I think we'll keep the stun going. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that team. Let's go back to town and see who needs to upgrade on what. Oh my goodness. What are you, level 2, and I haven't upgraded any of your abilities? That's pretty bad. Okay. And I'm assuming you all need the blacksmith too. Oh, I'm not even close on those. Okay. All right, let's just spend a cool 20 grand. None of these guys better die now. Just spent a lot of money on them. I actually often forget to check that. And anything fun here? I could kind of use another jester. I need to get my jester up there. Who would I get rid of? I'll just wait for somebody to die. I'm sure it's gonna happen soon enough. All right, awful siren sounds good. Everybody's kind of self-sufficient. Let's see what we've got here. I can't stand the minus 33% healing received for that leper mask. It's too much. 20% prot though, and extra healing received. Hells yeah. Oops, I forgot to unequip the rest. Heavy boots. Sure, we'll give you the dodge cloak. Stun resist. Scouting, stress, bleeds. Give him the bleed skill chance, I guess. Sure. I thought I got something that did extra range damage for her. Maybe I just thought about getting it. Don't have any move skills, so I think we'll go that. Do I have anything to increase my dodge? Slippery boots, that works. Okay, I'm happy with that, I think. This is a medium. I don't have anyone to heal me from these kinds of things. I'm gonna forget to use these dog treats. I always forget that they exist. Okay. Well, here's to hopefully not dying. Yeah, I don't think I've ever fought the siren. I don't think. So I've never made it to the Dark Dungeon. Like, I've played this before, and I did play it enough to get some characters to level 6, which is the max level, and then... But I never actually got to take a crack at the Darkest Dungeon. I only did a couple champion level runs. So I know some stuff about the game. But definitely not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna assume it's the long way. Balanced. No, I want Mankind Hater instead. Oh. Anyway.
Ambushed by foul invention.
Off to a great start.
formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Cloak.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Okay, I'd say overall, I mean, it's only one fight, but I like the potential for this team. It's got some potential.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Ooh. Secret.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Hopefully I don't need that. We don't need that. Sorry, not an heirlooms run. That's unfortunate.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands. Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
I hope this is the way. I don't want to backtrack through this whole dungeon.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Thrall.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Man, his dodge is crazy. I wonder what his actual 39 dodge. That's disgusting. Maybe I should have considered leaving that that guard skill on him. Oh, I didn't even notice. I should have stunned him.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
All right, we're cruising. We're cruising. So her one weakness is she can't do, with this comp, she can't do really anything if there's only one guy left in the front row. But I'm okay with that.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
I'm nervous to throw things away at this point. Just because of the because of the potential for the need to backtrack. So I'm kind of nervous to throw torches or any food away for loot at this point. So I'm just gonna play relatively conservative. Leave some of the loot behind, but keep myself safe.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Alright, well, we'll see if it's here or not. I gotta feed the cats pretty soon. Should have marked. All right.
A devastating blow.
Ow, man, that Hue is doing crazy damage.
Decimated.
Okay. That was pretty easy.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten. A fortune waiting to be spent.
Nothing better blight me. All right, found her.
Devils have remade the poor girl in their image. She is their queen and their slave.
No, what? Alright, well this is annoying already.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Come back. Okay, if you're gonna randomly do attacks, definitely do the one that just heals yourself. So I marked her, but she went so many times that the mark already dissipated. It's kind of annoying, actually. All right. That minus 25% prot is actually a bit of a problem. Get out of here. Should consider maybe withstand on him.
Dazed, reeling, about to break.
Okay.
A powerful blow.
I love how I was actually going to remember to use these dog treats with him this time, and he keeps getting sirened. I can't use him. Oh, finally a resist. Ooh, she could actually do some damage over there. That's, well, if she stays in the front row, actually, she's much less of a problem. Easy. What do you mean Siren's awful? That wasn't so bad. Bloody dice. You know what? I don't really feel like backtracking through this whole dungeon, so as much as I should probably go back and get a bunch of stuff, I don't want to. Is there anything in this room to get? No? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna call it. Get myself my cauldron. So now I gotta start using my occultist more. I'm gonna do that. Oh man, these things are so nice. Puzzling trapezohedron. 20 grand. It's probably what I spent getting here. Nice. Look at all those level 3s. Gotta start doing the good stuff. I kind of preferred Ruined Scrounger, but whatever. That's a bit much. Okay. Cool. Well, that went pretty well. I was really expecting to kill somebody
tragic extent of my failings
today, but now look at that. I've got a nice stable level 3s. I got to build up some more level 2s, but I've got some 1s who are ready to. And then I've got 3s. What have I got here to do? So I've got Swine Prince, Necromancer. You know, in my first playthrough, I tried using this. I was like, oh, I'll just play low/no torch. The first dungeon I ever tried to do that, when I was running around with no torch, a shambler spawned and I died. And so I don't play low torch anymore because that made me want to throw my controller. Because I was playing on Xbox at the time. See, that is a better leper mask. That is really nice. Like 10% max HP, that's easily outweighed by the other stuff there. Anyway, I don't know why I'm checking this because I gotta go. So thanks for hanging out and watching. Thank you for letting me know that I was apparently not... That's pretty cool, actually. Thanks for letting me know I was apparently not streaming with sound for a bit. Appreciate it. But yeah, I'm gonna call it. I think you're the only one hanging out with me doesn't, so don't think I'm gonna raid with a party of 1. So I think I'm just gonna call it. So yeah, thanks for hanging out. Might be streaming later. I don't know. My night's kind of free, so I don't know what I'm going to do yet. So I might just game, I might stream. Might do both, who knows? The world is my oyster. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. Talk to you later. I'll hopefully be playing this a bit more at some point, and bye-bye!